This made my ex-student weep in frustration, and perhaps it does you too. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, I'm Julian Northbrook from doingenglish.com, here with another quick 2-minute tip for you. Let's go. This was all the way back in the day when I was first in Japan and I was working at a conversation school that mainly dealt with adults. So this is going like right back about 13, 14 years ago now. So I wouldn't call this an ex-client of mine, it was just a student who I worked with sometimes when I worked at that school. But this particular student had a particular problem that you may have experienced yourself. He worked for an international school and had to send emails quite regularly to other teachers living in the US. And he said it would take him more than an hour to draft an email. He would have to plan the email, he would write it, he would get it checked, and it would take quite a long time to produce this body of text. He would then send the email off, and to his utter dismay and frustration, 10 seconds later, ping, the reply would come from his American counterparts. "It's so frustrating," he said. "It's not fair. It takes me an hour to plan and send these emails, and they just write it and send it back in 30 seconds. It's not fair. Why do I have to learn English as a second language? Why do I have to use English with them? They should learn and do it in Japanese." And yeah, it's not fair. Look, life ain't fair. Life is not fair. We all have our own advantages and our own disadvantages, and we've just got to make the best use of those as we possibly can. But more to the point, when we really looked into this, it was very quickly very obvious that the way he was writing emails actually wasn't entirely appropriate for what he was doing. You see, the Japanese style of business email is often quite involved and quite formal. They start with a very formulaic kind of greeting, and then they flow into quite a large body of text. And to an extent, it's almost like the longer the email is, the more polite it is. Not so in Western countries. Well, I can only really speak for myself, but I believe this to be true of America as well, where really we just want to get to the core of the important information quick and dirty. We don't care about all the fluff and all the bollocks. We just want to do it fast. See, I experienced this myself when I worked in a Japanese company, all in Japanese, I will add, and I had to write this style of email, and I found it extremely frustrating having to read other people's long, detailed emails, trying to pick out the tiny little bit of information that I actually needed, and having to write these emails myself was painful. I just thought, well, really all I need to say is 1, 2, 3. Why don't I just say 1, 2, 3? The point is you can't just translate everything you do now into English and expect it to be appropriate. You need to really think about how these things are used and how people think and how culturally appropriate it is. Yes, there's that word again, culture, the big C. Culture and understanding culture is essential if you want to use English well. And my biggest advice to that student, well, not so much at the time because I was new to the game, but certainly now, would be to stop spending an hour drafting your emails. They only want to get to the core information quick and dirty. Just give them the core information quick and dirty, and everybody all around is going to be happier. You'll get to write your emails fast. They won't have to read your waffle. Spend time learning the culture of the people you use English with, and you will find your English speaking and indeed writing, if you are writing emails, becomes a darn sight easier. Struggling with English? Frustrated at your own poor level of English speaking? Head over to doingenglish.com/free training and check out my free training, where you will discover the 5 key changes that you need to make to your English learning routine to learn the English language and improve your speaking fast. Alternatively, if you just want to get down and dirty and transform your English speaking right here, right now, head over to doingenglish.com/talk to book your free one-on-one consultation with me personally to talk about how I can help you to transform your English. Right, this is me, Julian Northbrook, signing out from another video. If you found it useful, give it a nice big old thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs up anyway, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.